The Hull Stingrays were in iceSheffield for the Steelers' penultimate home game of the season. Ben Bounds in between the pipes for the Stingrays. The Nottingham Panthers coaching staff had come disguised. They were trying to suss out the Steelers. John DeCaro was in goal and the Steelers were at the ready. Got off to the perfect start. Sexy Lagui hockey. Doesn't get any better than this. Taxi for Smith. What a finish from Jeff Lagui. 45 seconds in, Lagui assisted Phillips and Ferguson, the Steelers, off to the perfect start. 1-0. You'll see, poor old Smith doesn't know if it's Christmas or breakfast, and it was a lovely finish. And when Lagui's on his toes, there is no finer sight. What a finish. Nothing Ben Bounds can do about that one. The Steelers led by 1-0. But it didn't take long for the Hull Stingrays to come back. Sheffield, not for the first time this year, bit of a mess behind the goal. Failed to clear, not once but twice. And the Hull Stingrays, through Tendler, will bury it and finish. Tendler doesn't miss. It's why he's one of the leading goal scorers in the Elite League. You can see Sheffield getting confused behind the goal. Tendler's out in front. He don't miss, does he? What's he doing in Hull? The Stingrays tied it 1 apiece. Alcohol was slowly getting through to the travelling support. Shades of the playoff quarter-final last year at 27:01. Cloutier playing a smashing game, feeds Matty Davies, he shoots and scores. The Stingrays led 2-1. What's going on here? They're out of the playoffs, the Hull Stingrays, nothing to play for, but Sylvain Cloutier leads by example. And the Stingrays led 2-1. The Sheffield Steelers needed a response. They got it as well. First of all, from Danny Myers. Through traffic, the shots will come from the point, and he goes top shelf. Steelers tie it at 2. Unsighted was Ben Bounds. Danny Myers has a little bit of a giggle. He knows that one perhaps shouldn't have found its way past the GB goalie, but he did. Big Jeff Smith standing in front. Bounds couldn't see it. Steelers back, tied at 2. Now, if you thought the first Lagui goal was good, have a look at this one from Ferguson. Tic-tac-toe with Jonathan Phillips, Lagui, and Ferguson finishes. Sexy finish. 3-2 Sheffield, 15-25. That was more like it. Lagui, Phillips, Ferguson. Nothing Bounds can do about it. And poor old Jeff Smith on for that one as well. 3-2, the Sheffield Steelers led into the second period. And the Steelers were to double their advantage, make it 4-2. Smith, was he on for that one? No, he wasn't. Good shot from Matt Stevenson. Well saved. And there's Sean Limpright. See, Bounds doesn't know where it is. And Limpright from the closest of ranges slots home 4-2, 24:01. Double minor against Limpright. 5-on-3 power play. Eventually the puck is going to come back to Dooley, who's going to hammer one. And he gets it past DeCaro. Power play goal, 36-16. Stingrays back in it, 4-3. You'll see here a bullet. Johnny looks like he's got it with the blocker, but he just tips the top of the blocker and knocks the water bottle off. Dooley had made it 4-3. Would you believe it, at 36-16? That was the final goal for iceSheffield. This series between the Steelers and the Stingrays was over. Cloutier and his men would visit Sheffield no more. Let's see what the coach thought about that one. I spoke with Ryan Finnerty after the game. Coach, thoughts on that one?
I thought it was, we played well in spurts. You know, we did what we had to do. We got no injuries, and you know, I thought we put together offensively. I thought we looked a little bit more dangerous than we did against Nottingham, and you know, defensively we were shaky at the start there, giving up a few goals that we don't typically do, and I thought we were one shot away from putting it away, and then got into a bit of penalty trouble here with you know, Fat's accident high sticks with double minor, and they get themselves back in the game. But you know, we didn't allow many shots in the second and third, or in the third period there, and I thought you know, boys tightened it up pretty well, and got to give them credit. They played hard. You know, they battled pretty hard here tonight, and you got to credit to Klutz and his team. You know, they don't got a whole lot to play for, but they came in pretty hard here.
Tell us what it's been like for the last few days coming into this weekend with not a great deal to play for, but obviously with the playoffs ahead. How is it you've motivated the guys to put in these two big performances this weekend?
I think the biggest thing is we couldn't lapse, and we couldn't go back to just not putting in the effort. That's when injuries happen. That's when you get in bad habits. And we wanted to emphasize, stay in the course. We were able to try some things out and move some guys around. Obviously, Scott Champagne got in the lineup tonight. I thought he looked pretty good with Limper and Gertzy. We'll make a small adjustment tomorrow, but it gave us an opportunity to move things around, to look around here. We'll make a few adjustments, but I think all in all, it's been a good area, a good time to try some things out and to rest guys like Frankie with a bit of a hand injury. He's fine though, and we'll come back tomorrow. I want to come back strong tomorrow. I want to have a good performance tomorrow, and we address that with the guys. We need to be better against Belfast. This is a team that hopefully we're going to see in a couple weeks' time in the playoff final, and we got to come out at guns blazing tomorrow.
Does Chris Frank play tomorrow, or do you rest him the whole weekend?
We'll address that in the morning. More than likely, we'll see Chris Frank in the lineup. I like his presence out there against a physical Belfast side. So, but again, we'll address it with our medical staff and make sure everything's good. But more than likely, we'll see Chris Frank back in the lineup.
And of course, Belfast are trying to win a conference. They could do it if they beat us tomorrow, but that's obviously something you'll be trying to avoid.
Yeah, that's good though. I want them coming in. They got something to play for. I want them coming at us. We play better when teams come at us. As you see tonight, we tend to play down the levels, and when the game slows, we tend to slow with it, and it's something we got to work on. But yeah, Belfast are going to come at us. They got something to play for, and back at the arena, we want to give our fans one last good show here, and I think the guys will be up for it and ready to go. It should be a good game.